It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Houston Texans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end. We will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Check. Hey, check that. Check that.
First play's a run with Nwangu, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. You can look at the defense for these Texans.
They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Give him 4 on the carry. That'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
And here's Willis now off the play fake. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright had to punt for Minnesota.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Let's control the trenches.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Stroud off the play fake. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long.
Stroud looking to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, But didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They go play action with Willis. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
So the conversion good for just 3. And that brings him forward to the full 10 yards.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Willis looking to throw on first down.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Handoff right side to Nwangu. Down at the 25. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That would give running right, Nwangu.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, you go to the air.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second...
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Third down, Stroud from his end zone. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis-Seen.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, they'll run with the Wandu. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Willis. And that is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Joseph's got it. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain. They need 2. Here's third down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Texans 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance in the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Stroud now. He'll buy some time right. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Third and 1, Stroud. These guys running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Defense was thinking one of their delta pass of just under 20 yards. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open. That would have been an easy throw.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The drive will start with an option going left. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 40 line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Willis will look to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. He'll get this to Nwangu.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Willis. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Joseph is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
And Stroud now to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Play action. Here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Pierce now up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Out of the end zone, it's 2-2 Atwell. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they're trying to hit him with something you don't see too often. And it doesn't work out.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Willis to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. To throw, here's Willis. Drops this off with Nwangu.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Warrior 70.
To throw, here's Willis. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Right back to the air again with Willis.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now they bring the tight end in motion right.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. This will be complete to Mechie.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
Now back to throw.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play.
Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Willis got to have this one. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was fourth down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player, but fortunately, they will have enough to keep the first down. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Another run now for Nwangu. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Willis headed left off the option. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Joseph's got it. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish all time here in the fourth. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get... exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Pierce. Mekhi Blackman gets in for the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud.
He's got his man at the end line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and they'll run down the first down.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Stroud now.
Rolling to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hawkinson going to go in motion. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. Pushing through the contact, pushes past him, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Throwing, Willis. That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll go right back to Pierce. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Stroud. Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
You can score on these guys. Keep it rolling, fellas. Let's go.
Going for it with Pierce. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Willis. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Houston, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.